Thank you for staying with us here on Politics Today on Channels Television. We've been talking with Professor Olusola Adeyeye of the Aregbesola APC Campaign Organisation in Osun State, and we've been talking about the agenda of the APC. Now, because we were talking about the education sector in Osun State, and one very big policy that the governor actually established is that of Okmoimo, the tablet that was given to students. Now, that tablet has been called a scam by some people. It has about over 80% error on it, and it has been withdrawn at the moment. What's your take on that?
Let me tell you, people who say that are liars, barefaced liars. This Okmoimo is actually a digital form of the books by Evans Publisher of Nigeria. All over the world, whether it is Adi Wesley, whether it is Cummins Publishers, whether it is Associated Press, or whatever you have, you now have books either in hard copy or electronic version. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the only publisher that had a digital form was Evans. So that is what Osun actually contracted with to turn into Okmoimo. Now, if there was a mistake in the book form, that mistake will also be taken to the digital form. Even if there was a mistake, people forget that pioneers, you never make progress if you are afraid of making mistakes. So, when I went to Lesha Grammar School, in physics alone, we had 4 graduate teachers. Mr. Adu, Mr. Ajayi, Mr. Wale Olojo, who had first class for musical and physics, now had his career at Polytechnic Ibadan, and the late Professor Aregbesola Ajayi. We have 4 graduate teachers in physics. By contrast, in my own hometown, Oraibomina, where there are brilliant children, there has not been a physics teacher in 20 years. Is that a school? What that means is that if you don't leave Ora, you cannot become an engineer, because you must study physics to become an engineer. If you don't leave Ora, you cannot become a doctor, because you must study physics before you can become a doctor. And by the same token, the man who taught me chemistry at Lesha Grammar School, Dr. Rahman, had a PhD. We have 5 graduate teachers in chemistry in my generation. So it was easy for me, even if I was average, to do well. And if I was better than average and I worked hard, to excel. Today, all over Nigeria, not just Osun, no matter how brilliant a student is, the school environment, because of one, lack of facilities, lack of teachers, are so bad that what we are offering our children is gimmickry. Aregbesola said, okay, how best can we arrest this situation? When the Archway, for God's sake, are applauding. I was a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. Anybody who knows Carnegie Mellon knows that for almost 30 years now, Carnegie Mellon has had the best computer science department in the world. And when I joined the faculty of Carnegie Mellon in 1991, at that time, if you went to any classroom, you have about 6 or 7 blackboards. When you finish writing your one, you don't erase it. You press it, it will go up, another one will come down. You finish, you press another one, you go, another one will come down. So that students who are not in class can come back later to copy your class note. The year later, they brought everything digital. You had an electronic pen, where if you are writing on your chalkboard, whatever you are writing will be automatically transcribed into a notebook that a student who is even on a hospital bed can read and can key in throughout the semester. What we are saying is, if we don't have enough teachers right now to teach physics and chemistry and some of these subjects, one, let's combine schools. Instead of having 30 schools with none of them being of quality in terms of what we offer the students and the training of the teachers, let's combine them so that we can at least give every student a chance. Not all of us will love physics. Not all of us will love Yoruba, but give every student a chance. And that's what Aregbesola has offered. If there were mistakes, yes, mistakes can be corrected.
So they are being withdrawn at the moment now for
Honestly,
corrections.
I'm not. My job is in Abuja. I'm not fully aware of that.
All right.
I would not be surprised if they are withdrawn, so that they can be corrected.
All right.
And that should be applauded.
And again,
that should be applauded.
I mean, the reports that the appointment did not even go around in the first place. And again, the fact remains that that particular project is being given to the son of the governor. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not aware of that. That's a total fabrication. Let me tell you why. I know the son.
But did he at any point in time coming into that project?
I don't know. You know what? I'm a senator in Abuja.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
From information that we have and his participation, that the documents that I have shows that Kabiru Aregbesola is a major stakeholder in the issue of appointment. Is that true?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Kabiru is an IT person, okay? You know, when I was in the House of Rep, I was one of the most consistent critic of President Obasanjo. But on one occasion, the issue was made about Benga Obasanjo getting a contract. And I said, listen, Benga is a Nigerian. If he went through due process, he was entitled to get a contract like any other Nigerian. But I can tell you that I have never heard this thing that you are saying to me right now.
Really? You've not heard, but again, do you know about the uniform project for students?
Yes.
Do you know who had that contract?
Yes, I do.
You know who the person is?
Yes.
Who is the person, sir?
You know, last week, Omishore came here and said that the contract belonged to the wife of my governor. In fact, he didn't say that the contract belonged, he said the company making, belongs. If you are coming from Ibadan, you pass the Redeemed camp. Just as you get to the Deeper Life camp, almost directly opposite is a garment factory for making uniform. Belongs to Sam and Sarah. That is the owner of that uniform factory in Osogbo. And I can also tell you this. Only a fraction of the money from that factory was paid by Osun State. What happened was Osun State gave what you call, you know, when you give a contract, you give an advance payment. Okay. The woman now took the advance payment to the Bank of Industry and got a bigger loan that he used to establish the factory. You know why? Because Aregbesola insisted that if you, first of all, they call for quotations. This woman that owns Sam and Sarah gave by far the lowest quotation. Secondly, when Aregbesola said, are you trying to scam us? This quotation you are giving us is way too low compared with others. Can you do it? The woman said, I can do it, provided you give me free land, you give me security and all that. Aregbesola said, we will give you all that. So the woman started the business. Now.
And where is the business located?
No, listen now. The business started the business in Lagos. The Aregbesola now said, no, you cannot take our money and labor to Lagos. Because last week again, Omishore was talking about capital flight. Of course, he's too illiterate to know the definition of capital flight. So I won't even go to that yet, later. Now, the woman, Aregbesola now insisted, if you are going to make uniform for our children, you must bring a branch of your factory to Osun. You must employ Osun tailors. The woman said, but your Osun tailors, they are, you know, the Lagos people, we are okay. They are not, they are substandard. Aregbesola said, yes, but you can train them. I will in fact pay you to train them. So Osun tailors from every local government of Osun were brought to the garment factory in Lagos, trained, and the company is still owned 100% by the woman. All right.
So if we stay much on that,
after what he said, you know, what I would say is,
All right, let me quickly. You've not talked about the manifesto. Just quickly, because our time is fast spent.
Okay.
Tell us about what Governor Aregbesola is bringing to the table. What are his programs for wanting to seek re-election this time around?
We as Yorubas take pride in Ile-Ife as our source, as the cradle for our creation. And we are praying to God that we won't finish the project, but under the second term, we are going to begin a brand new city, New Ile-Ife, that will be a pride not only to Yorubas, but to every black person on this planet. That's one bold project. Secondly, we've already begun the rehabilitation and upgrading of our schools. In the second term, by the time Aregbesola finishes, Osun schools will without doubt be among the best you can find anywhere on this continent. No question about that. By the time Aregbesola finishes, you will also see that the road project, which are already in work, will have been completed, more will have been added, that when you go to Osun, you will have said, truly without a doubt, a missionary and a visionary passed through this place.
Those are his programs
Yes.
for the next 4 years.
Yes.
And that's where you're seeking re-election.
That's
And you're confident that he's going to win?
Absolutely.
Even when I understand that there are jitters in your party after the Ekiti election.
There are no jitters in our party.
So you're not
It is not Osun.
You're not scared?
You have to remember that in 2011, Osun State was the only state in Nigeria wise enough not to vote for Jonathan Goodluck. And when we see the mess that Goodluck has made of our republic, we in Osun can hold our head high and say we voted right. And once again,
those ones are strong,
we will
Prof.
vote right again.
Those profs are
You want to give you the evidence
no,
of how
because
messy
we
the
don't-
country is?
No, those words are strong for the president. Thank you so much.
He's
Professor
the
Adeyeye.
president, but he's our president. He's answerable to us. We must put his feet to the test of accountability.
We need to give the office some respect.
That's why
what
we
I'm
say
saying.
he has not done well, because
you.
we want to respect the office.
Unfortunately, I wish we had more time to talk
God
about
bless
it.
you.
Thank
God
you so
bless
much,
you.
Professor Olusola Adeyeye, for
Thank you
joining
very
us on
much.
Politics
Thank
Today.
you
Well, the
very much.
election in Osun State is just a few days away, just about a week. But just news coming in from Anambra State, in the politics of that state, shows that Honorable Uche Ekunife of Abga, who is in the House of Representatives, has moved onto the PDP. That's the news that is coming in just about now from here. Well, my name is Seun Okin Baloye. On behalf of the team, thank you for joining us. Till next week. Bye for now. We'll leave you with some of the pictures of Ekunife moving from Abga to PDP in Anambra State. Thank you for joining us. Bye for now.